Right now, say I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's age wrong. That's right. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came and signed the contract.
Wow.
So I'm talking to Bobo on the phone like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
What is Crawford gonna do before? He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike Wilson is the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Jeez. There it is. In the world of multitask, you gotta do what you gotta do sometime.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Talk Sports, y'all. My name is AK the Apostle. I'm here. I ain't gonna lie. This might be the first time I'm excited and nervous at the same time. Because I'm here with no other than part of one of the royal families of boxing, the Russell family. The quiet storm of the 140-pound division.
Yeah.
Gary Antuanne Russell. And first and foremost, man, is there anything you just want to get off your chest? You just want to say, you just want to put out there?
Just stay tuned. And like I've been telling the people that's been following me, for those who know me, those who don't know me, keep yourself uplifted at all times, man, and explore your potential.
My man. And they always dropping gems, man. So like I said, before we get into, and for those that don't know, yes, August the 12th, live here in the DMV at the MGM Grand. Yes, my man, Gary Antuanne Russell will be in the ring against Kent Cruz, right?
That's right.
But before we get to that, let's go back. Now, this is going to sound like a stupid question.
What was that?
When did you know that boxing was going to be your thing? Because listen, before you answer that question, because listen, just because everybody else fighting don't mean you got to be. But let me ask you, when did you know boxing was going to be it for you, though?
It was an innate thing. It was almost like straightforward. I would say around the age of 4. And that's because we started fighting in our home. We started training in our basement. We had documentaries, and they shown that my father was teaching the oldest brother all the way down to Gary, Russell, God rest his soul. Okay, he's gone now. That's the brother we had just recently lost. But he was boxing once upon a time too, as well as playing basketball. But at this particular time, he was boxing as well. Gary, he was going to Golden Gloves. I was going to the Golden Gloves. We had a couple of family members that my father took under wing and nourished their talent as well. And I was just sitting on the steps watching it all. I'm talking about they go through spawn. I'm watching the blood fly. When they get angry, I'm watching them punch holes in walls and stuff like that. And all this was going on in our basement. Wow. So I was sticking around and just sitting, soaking it up. And I said, man, look, I can do this because I naturally got it anyway. Right. Then I started getting on the mitts. I started sparring. Then I started doing exhibitions, and before you know it, I'm full-fledged in it. Winning outstanding contests, etc. So every time we went out of town, at that point in my youth era, I say Kansas City, outstanding award. Gosh, Augusta, Georgia, outstanding award. I just started just walking through everything to the point I didn't even get no fights no more. Like people didn't even want to fight no more.
Heard about that.
So It became an innate thing just by being around the environment. And that was around the age of 5, 4-ish.
5 and 4-ish. All right. So let me ask you something.
Was it?
Could you, like, granted, the whole family's fighters.
Definitely.
Could you say, you know what, man, that ain't for me? How would that have been? Like you said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do something else. It'd have been tough, huh?
Yeah, at the time, it definitely would have been tough. I mean, it's tough now. It's tough now, you know. But as you get older, you get a different mentality, different set of lenses where you look at things. You know, a lot of fighters nowadays, even Floyd, he been doing it for so long. His mentality towards it is now like, I want to invest into other things outside of my profession. You know what I mean? I need to have a lot of assets. You know, so he's out. His outlook on boxing now is just completely different. Now he's a promoter. He's a manager and stuff like that. He's a businessman. He's no longer just some athlete that's a phenomenal athlete. He's a phenomenal athlete as well as et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So you inspired for all of that as well, correct?
Definitely.
Now, question also. So let's go through, you know, the amateurs and the Olympics and things like that. Tell me something about how that was, because like you said, you was definitely one of the most highly talented amateurs, and it definitely put work in. So tell me about that.
Olympics, I can tell you one spectacular thing that people actually forget about. There's only been 5 people on the face of this planet to fight from the losers bracket and win their way up to the championship round. That's been Roy Jones Jr., Evander Holyfield, Floyd Mayweather, me, and Gary Russell, Mr. Gary Russell.
Wow.
In history, you know, and that's what I had to do because there was a little monkey wrench thrown in the game, thrown in the loop, you know, to try to knock us off course. But we overcome that obstacle, and like I said, we the only 5 that fought from the losers bracket. I was one of the ones during my time in 2016 Olympics. I had to fight from the losers bracket to get all the way up to the championship round again, and then beat the person that I lost to twice. You know, so I fought that person 3 times, and I had to beat him twice in order to, you know, proceed to the championship round and get picked or be on the team. And that was just to qualify, you know. So I still had to go and fight in the Worlds or the games, Olympic Games type stuff, you know, and the medal rounds didn't come out. But that alone, that journey alone was like very, very stiff. It was very stiff, and it had a lot of controversy going on behind it. But me, I couldn't really think about the controversy. I mean, I saw it clear as day, but my whole objective was let me fight from the loser bracket because I got to, and let me smoke all these people that's in front of me because I got to. And it ain't no hiccups that can pop up in this type of time right now. It's don't got space for it. We don't have space for it. So my father, he yelled me out, screamed me out, and pushed me to do what I know best, you know. And once that was all said and done, it was still some type of animosity there from outside looking in. But these is fans, so I really can't hold too much judgment towards fans, at least not all of them, because his opinions going to be different from mine. And this fan might think different from this fan, you know. And I just took it all up to the chin, you know. But there was a lot going on that built me to what I am now. Even my first professional fight, first round stoppage, all of my fights is now is knockout because I've been molding myself to kind of like be the best. Like I said, I ain't gonna stop until I get the titles, get the belts that I need in my division.
All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm looking at the comments on IG. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna put it so the camera's closer to him. I want y'all to hear him. Hearing me not important. Hearing him is important. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna move this up. You know what I mean? We don't mind that. I don't mind that. There you go. Y'all ain't gotta see me. Y'all don't gotta see me.
Yeah, they do.
They don't gotta see me. So listen. We here with Gary Antuanne Russell. You got a fight coming up on August the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
But while we still on the amateurs and Olympics, is there any notable fights that you had that you want to talk about? Like one of the ones that you remember the most, or anything that stands out? You got a lot of them, so which one would you say?
I look at all of them the same because honestly, I'm my worst critic. You know, a lot of people, like I said, fans, they can say, "Oh man, you look real good this fight." I heard that quote time and time again. You know, like, man, you look phenomenal. You look phenomenal. But I always tell myself, man, I'd have done better. Any of the greatest fighters out here can tell you that they didn't have a fight that was deemed the best in their career, and they can still say it was still some stuff I did not do. It was still some stuff that I could have done. You know, and that criticizing yourself, that mentality, it helps you grow. My father once told me, a person that comes in this sport, thinking that they know it all, they're bound to set themselves up for failure. Because this is a sport that has no cap to it. It has no cap to it growing. So when it comes to answer your question, it's like, I don't look at no fight that says one that stand out the most. I remember my losses. You know, I remember my losses, but as far as the fights that stand out most, none of them really stand out most to me. It's like there's no eye catcher. It's like every fight I look at is me criticizing.
All right, we got two questions. First, we're gonna get the one from IG. Hardcore Boxing News say he want to speak about your battles with Javon Boots Ennis.
Yeah, what about? I mean, we had our fair share of meeting each other. The very first time we met each other with the Golden Gloves. And I showed him some things. He know, I know, his coach know. And honestly, we had some type of, I don't know, it wasn't a rivalry, but it was just all fear and the love of the sport, you know. You got your trash talking in there. The coach was doing the trash talking, and we was the ones that was just the students, the participants, and we was just driven, determined based off of the love for the sport. And I took him to school. You know, and then he qualifies. The first qualifies. He beat me by 1 point. This is when they started talking trash. We actually we had put some money in. We had a little side bet with that. And it was out of fun. It wasn't no drastic amount. Long story short, he beat me by 1 point, like literally 1 point. Before he maybe ever say it's not how you win, as long as you win. You know, it was close. I'm talking about by a piece of head. You know, and his coach had a lot to say. We laughed it off. My father said, "We're gonna see y'all in the championships." Just like that. I walked up, we're gonna see y'all in the championships. And lo and behold, I'm fighting from the losers bracket. Fight from the losers bracket all the way back up to the championship round. I'm talking about I'm fighting some heavy hitters, some guys from Jordan, some guys from Cuba, some guys from all over, you know. But I fought all the way back up to Boots, Javon Boots Ennis again. And the next time we fought, I beat him. And then the next night, I had to fight him again. And I kind of like seeing that look in his eyes, like, man, he bringing a lot of heat. I got to go up against this man again. But his heart was in it. You can't have no heart and you in this sport. So his heart was all there. It wasn't like it was some quitting. But I still had to come out victorious. It's going to be a winner, it's going to be a loser. Fought him the second time, beat him. Right after that, I had to fight him again. Beat him again. You know, he dropped his head. I said, man, don't worry. Everybody came in for us. They came in to watch us. So don't trip. This ain't the end of it. We'll see in the future, probably.
Okay, now.
You know, and we went on with our little career, yeah, and it's still growing. As you can see now, they deem him as a phenom. He worked his tail off in the gym to get that title. You know, that's why I don't take nothing from nobody. Any opponents that they put in front of me, I don't take nothing away from them because they had to work their way to get there. You know, to at least fight me. to be lined up to compete against me. You know, so me myself, I take my hat off to people like that because it ain't no easy journey. It ain't no cakewalk. You know, my career's still going. I got something coming up next month, August 12th. You know, we ready to show up, show out.
Got a couple more questions. All right, so first question came from my man Mark from the Boxing DC group. Boxing the DC, what up? After your fight on August 12th, do you plan to return to the ring again in 2023 for a second fight?
After this August 12th,
After August the 12th.
if it's for the grabs, why not? Why not? If it's for the grabs, why not? Yeah.
All right. How long do you plan to stay at the 140-pound division?
I've been telling people I'm here until I get what I need. And that's the titles. So I can either go up or go down. 35 stack, 147 stack. It's for the grabs. It's for the grabs. We're going where the money go after that. We're going where the money and the competition go after that. This is a sport of entertainment. We're trying to entertain. Anybody will tell you all my fights is action-packed fights. Real fast, high tempo. You blink, you might miss it. It's that simple. You know?
Have you and your brothers ever considered coming out with a Russell's Brands boxing shoe?
Shoes?
Yeah.
We thought about it. We scratched the surface about it. But we were so tunnel vision, we really fell off on that aspect. We were just like, man, let's just hurry up and continue to knock these cobwebs off of these people because there's a lot of people out here just sitting ducks. You know, so we go hurry up and clean them up real fast and keep them moving forward. We can come back to that later. That's what I mean as far as having multiple assets outside of our main profession. Yeah, that's a brand. Basically, now we building a brand, a shoe brand. You know, that's also something that would take hold of an asset that we invested in. Right now, we just been investing into our body, our temples, and our craft and stuff like that. So we get in that circle square. You know, square, circle, square, however you want to cut it, slice it, dice it, we're going to show up and show out. That's it.
Another question I see up there, they say hardcore boxing, or is it my man Black Cheese? He says, who will be your toughest test at 140?
Me. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all that I'm my worst critic. I'm my worst critic. I fought the guy who fought Adrian Broner. I won, what's that?
Santiago.
Gave Adrian Broner a little run for his money. You know, he came out victorious, but it was this close. But that close, you know what I mean? And I got in there and just executed the plan, game plan. And it made it look real easy. Put him down and everything. It made it look real easy. You know what I mean? But even that fight, I still criticized myself. I still gave myself like a B minus, if that.
Shout out to my man Basic Boxing Talks. I plead the fifth. Also, Mark, my man Charlie, and all that. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, Boxing in DC. And all y'all out there, the Serve Boxing Club on Clubhouse. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Oh yeah, I appreciate y'all too.
Now, you got something? Okay.
No, we good.
We good. Like I said, for those that just tapping in, we tapping in with no other than Gary Antuanne Russell of the Russell family.
Yeah.
August the 12th, we're gonna make sure we're gonna brand this for you. August the 12th at the MGM in the DMV, Oxon Hill, Maryland. He's back at it against Kent Cruz. If you're not there in the DMV, you just missed out. But I know what the DMV gonna do.
So I mean, show up. Show up.
So listen, let us ask a different question. I know y'all got your question, but let me get one in here real quick.
Okay.
What does your downtown look like? Like what when you say I'm away from the gym, I'm away from everything about it, what do? Do you watch your favorite TV show? Are you sitting there with the bowl of syrup watching Good Time? What is it?
You know what? I like chocolate.
What?
I like chocolate. I actually love chocolate. I would be making some chocolate chip cookies, trying to find peace within myself because you gotta realize fighters, they not just okay, let me rephrase that. Natural born fighters aren't just like peaceful in the inside. They gotta work on finding that peace. Naturally, we are like rambunctious, a lot of rage. You know, if there's not a lot of rage, it's just like you want to fight all the time. You want to punch something. You probably got a quick fuse or something. So that downtime for me is me trying to center myself and make sure that I can kind of like de-escalate any situation that will possibly come my way. Try to be wise enough to understand how to deal with a person on a verbal tip. The words you use, the things you say, can either escalate or de-escalate a situation, and they come with a sense of intelligence. I try to stay grounded to myself. You know, try to find some closure within myself. A lot of times I'm not by myself, but lately I've been working on it. I'm working on being by myself, trying to stay calm minded, calm and collected and stuff like that. Of course, you got your family. Hit them up. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Everything cool? Everything all right? Need some money here and there. You want to get taken out here and there, but you want to chill, you know. But for the most part, you're gonna still have that sense of I want to punch something. I just want to punch something. I just want to punch something. So that's always going to be there because, like I said, that's the difference between a fighter or a person that's been groomed to fight and a natural born fighter. Like a natural born fighter is always going to be there no matter what. You just gotta work with the attributes that come with it. Everything else is just gonna fall into place. But my downtime, that's what it looks like. I'd probably try to find some new cooking skills or something like that. But if I was to cook anything, it'd be some cookies or a smoothie, you know, some nutritionist stuff for my body and something that's trying to
Cookies
cook
and anything
man.
nutritionist.
You ever heard somebody say, if it's good to your heart, it's good to you, it make you feel good. Whatever it is that you want, like really like craving.
I ain't gonna lie,
Normally
man.
when you get it, it puts you at ease.
At my age, I can't do it no more because I ain't gonna lie. You said the magic word. I have a real weakness when it comes to cookies. I have a weakness when it comes like I work up the street from the mall. When they first put me by that mall, I knew I was in trouble because I eat those snickerdoodles on a regular.
That's what I'm saying.
I eat those snickerdoodles on a regular.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you. So I'm gonna tell you this just for you, right? Just for you. After the fight, now before the fight. After the fight, we're gonna go get a bag of snickerdoodles.
I'm with that.
We're gonna go get a bag of snickerdoodles, man. So look, my cousin Charlie, he said, "Hey champ, I hear a lot of people say belts don't matter, but do they? And how much do becoming a champion means to you?"
Me becoming a champion, that's me paying homage to my father and our lineage for one. Belts, they don't matter, but they do because that's what show the level of credentials that you have. That show the rankings that you can climb, and it also puts you in a position financially. If you want this opponent, you can't touch that opponent until you climb this ladder. You got an A side, you got a B side. You know, that's why they really matter. You know, as far as the business side to it. But I want them because here and there my pants do be sagging. I need a belt. Been doing it long enough. I should have had the opportunity to get it, but things been in the way, obstacles been there, and I just been playing a waiting game. You know, waiting my turn and doing what I'm supposed to do. It's gonna come. Eventually they can't duck and hide from me for forever. Let me do what I need to do. I'm gonna get there regardless. Like I said, it's paying homage to my father. If I was to just say, forget it right now. I don't want to do this no more. I think the world a turn cold. That's how I personally feel because we done already made it, not just made a name for the sport. We are so great at it. It'd be foolish for me to waste a talent like that.
Keep the questions popping through, y'all. Keep the questions popping through. And speaking of that, you know what I mean? Salute the big G.
Telling you,
Salute the big G.
you earned it.
Salute the big G. You know, the whole DMV and everybody in the sport of boxing, we honor Big G. And, you know, I had the honor and the pleasure of being able to come through and, you know, see y'all with Big G. And some nights, like, a lot of people didn't know, man, I would come there like it'd be late at night or something, and he'll still be in there, man. Me and him would just sit there and talk for like hours.
Yeah.
And almost to the point that you know, one of us gotta quit. One of us gotta quit because we just sit there and talk, man. But the with all of you, with you, of course, you know I met Junior first, but with you and all y'all, it's always just so easy just to like talk. And I know that's through him. You know, y'all all follow the tree, man. So you know, salute the big G, man. And I know that was, you know, tough for all of y'all.
Still got his little dragging going on. Got his moments.
Somebody say, they want to know, and it is, you know, that is weird though, man. That is weird. I got to get to you. Like, look, people want to know is because you seem like when they see you and they meet you, you humble, you chill, but everybody want to know, where does that switch come from?
I told you, natural born fighter, man. It's like I'm a special person. And I'm not taking away the abilities from other people. I just know that naturally, like innately, I'm different. I'm completely different. You know, I try to be all Mahatma Gandhi with a lot of people. You know, peace is the way, love is the way, because love really is the way. You gotta realize love makes people do a lot of things, unimaginable things. I'm talking about make them determined, make them driven. They say a person that's determined, they can become ruthless because they're not gonna let nothing in their way stop them from what they need to do. And a lot of times that determination get fueled by love. Something that person loves, that individual love. You know what I mean? So a lot of things break down back to love for me. And I try to basically groom myself to not be so catastrophic when it comes to a situation that could be hostile or just a small situation that could turn big. It's like you can have the ability to fix that. Like I said, I try to work on de-escalated situations. And that's real. A lot of times these situations, as far as altercations verbally, it can make a person not like so many people that don't have nothing to do with that situation. It's just the fact that that situation happened with somebody that's not even family. It happened with somebody that you thought was cool. You know, it's just the fact that it caught you off guard, period. And now it's like you got to conduct yourself different with everybody. But if you're wise enough, you know, full of yourself enough, standing on your squid as far as being royal, you understand that everybody tick different. And you gotta have the wisdom to know how to deal with it, these adversities. Because whoever you meet, they're gonna come with a luggage and you don't know how much the luggage is gonna weigh on them at the time being. They can have their ticket time bomb going on for themselves. But you gotta deal with it. And you can even redirect it to some positivity, or you can meet it with some negativity and just make it bigger than what it is. You know, and that can be either be a helpful thing or just something that's just now a stench that left a stain. And a lot of times that stain don't go away fully.
Okay. Shout out to my man Smoke with Me TV. And for those that don't know, many times Smoke with Me is one of, you know, we co-host a lot of things together. So that's one of my partners in there. He wanted to say shout out to you.
Okay, shout out to you too, my king, man. Appreciate you tapping in.
And somebody said, do you have a hit list?
I used to, but not no more. Not no more. If you're in my way, you just gotta be prepared. That's it. Yeah, be prepared. Because like I said, when it get hot, it gotta rain. Cool these people off. Telling you. Telling you. It's like right now it's scorching outside. A lot of belts on the table. It's a lot of opponents that's just procrastinating. And I'm over here getting the butter from the duck. I'm telling you, getting the butter from the duck. And it's like, man, I'm just waiting. I don't think I ain't ready. Always ready, so I don't gotta get ready.
Listen, 140-pound division, world of boxing. It's time to open up the doors. We're gonna give you a preview on August the 12th, but it's time for the doors to open up, and y'all know what's happening. Because like I said, the storm is coming.
Always.
The storm is coming. You know, I appreciate my brother for coming in here, sitting down with me.
Yeah,
It's an honor. You know what I mean? We just have a conversation. Because in retrospect, man, this is my guy right here, man. This is my guy right here, man. And oh yeah. When somebody asks about the shoes, you know, you also gotta remember the merch. The shirts. I wasn't gonna let you get away. I wasn't let you up out of here. Listen. I love them joints, man. I love them joints because listen, you could tell. I was rocking them joints like when I first got one. I was like, hold on, they really went through they really sat down and really designed these joints. And I'm like, man, I'm loving them joints. Man, my boy, like, I can't buy them. I said, man, come on, send them to me. Send them to me. I'm gonna get them back with the merch. We're gonna get the merch back. We're gonna get that merch back. But if you ain't seen it, I post something later on, man. You gotta see it, man. It's definitely tried and true. You know what I mean? And I felt good when I was going to events, taking pictures with other boxers, rocking the merch.
I know he was showing me love big time. I'm telling you. That came from just a family thing. The blood splat, the blood drop on the head, bloodline. Yeah. The infinity sign is gonna go on for forever. The number 8 that was in the middle of it, a family of 8. Everything, you know, in the AR, you know, issues, but everything related back to the family loyalty thing came from the family. That's what inspired me to even start that, you know. I was just like, man, why not? That was actually just a project, real. Like you said, with the tennis shoes, did we ever think about doing the Gary Russell tennis shoes, like a tennis shoe brand? We thought about it, but we just had to be tunnel vision. Because there was more things that was in front of us that needed more attention. I'm not saying that type of thing don't need attention that's thrown out there towards that direction, but keeping our craft right, that's what's going to keep us going forward, you know. So the fact that you brought that up, I didn't think you was going to bring that up, but you brought it up.
Yeah, man, I got to put it back out there. I got to put it back out there, man. I got to put it back out there. I got to put it back out there because I need this. Listen, I loved it. I loved it. Listen, I wish I had one today. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had one today. I've been sitting right here. Yeah, but I wish I had one today, man. I ain't gonna lie. I love the material. I love the craft and everything that's in it. We're going to get it back. Yeah. We're going to get it back. Yeah. We're going to get it back because it definitely symbolized, it definitely had a lot to it. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, you know what I mean? And he look, and sent it to me in 3 days. And sent it to me in 3 days, too. You know what I mean? But I appreciate that, man. So listen, y'all got me, you know, I want to keep on, you know, my man got a lot going on. He got a fight coming up, so you know he got things to do. But if y'all got any more questions, send them to me now. Because you know, it's just, you know, I'm just happy. Look, I'm cool right now. I'm with my man.
Yeah, we chilling.
That's my man. You know what I mean? So
chilling. I'm glad you got me down here.
Appreciate that. And like we said, listen, as soon as the fight over, maybe not that day, but within the next few days, you gonna catch us with a big bag of snickerdoodle.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of the chocolate walnuts in there. Chocolate chip walnuts.
For real?
Yeah, chocolate chip walnut, man. Y'all don't know now, y'all know. But y'all on.
All right, so my wife watching, babe, I promise I ain't gonna eat that. I promise.
Yeah, not that
I
big.
promise. I ain't gonna-
Just
I
enough
ain't
for
gonna
you to do so good. Just enough to do so good.
Because I know she gonna be like, you ain't supposed to be eating that.
Uh,
But we gonna do that. But man, what was I about to say? I done lost my whole frame of thought, man. I'm in here having a good time talking to one guy, man. And hold on, here's a question. And a black influencer. Of course, my man Smoke Me TV. One of my partners, he got his shirts called Black Influence, and he want to send one to you and Antonio.
oh man, right on, man. I appreciate that. Oh man, to know.
There it is, Smoke. And Smoke, I don't know why Smoke, why you comment like you not family? You know, matter of fact, you met Smoke. You met Smoke when yeah. So you met he like that man know you. You know what I mean? Stop acting crazy like that, man. You know you family, man. You know what I mean? And hopefully Smoke will be back in town soon. Maybe over the 12th. If not, soon, definitely he family and all that. Listen, August the 12th. Bobby Chulo, you got any questions? Y'all got any questions? You know what I mean? Why I got them here? Y'all better get your questions out now.
Yeah, get them rolling out.
You know what I
Get
mean?
them rolling out. I got a good long history. I'm telling you.
Oh, you said a good long history.
Yeah.
What we talking about?
Whatever. I mean, you talking about our culture history or even the boxing history. I was specifically talking about the boxing history. Because like I said, I went through some opponents, I'm telling you. But it's just like, man, I look at it as it's just part of the sport. And a lot of people be like, man, hey, I thought this fight would have been stiff competition. I'm like,
Now, I know you done had some legendary sparring matches too.
I wasn't there. That's what I'm saying.
Who were some of the most memorable ones? We ain't gotta give details.
Okay.
We ain't gotta give details. We ain't gotta get into what happened. We don't want nobody thinking we broke the bro code. But
There we go. There we go.
But name some of the most notable ones of you like, yeah, I was really in there with this person. We ain't gotta get specific, but go ahead.
All of them, to be honest, I didn't get to go to TLP Olympics. I didn't get to TLP Olympics. I went up to Floyd Camp to try to get some work with Devin Haney, but he wasn't there. I worked with Shakur Stevenson.
How many times have you and Shakur sparred?
Several.
Okay.
Several. He'll let you know that we some good work. Ain't nothing free over here. Ain't nothing no cakewalk over here. But he's a great fighter. I mean, career, the work that you see on TV, it shows. I mean, you can't take nothing from these athletes. Everything that you see on TV, they work for it. They put the work in the gym to come out with that type of outcome. Africa, Troy,
Isaac?
yeah, Trayvon Marshall, couple people, even the Twin Tower brothers, the Fox brothers.
Oh yeah.
Hey, how you doing? How y'all doing?
Good.
All right.
Somebody say if Tank won't fight Mr. Gary, would you think you would get a shot at him?
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And then they say, tell him that Falcon wants to come get some work and he admires Russell. I can tell y'all this, man. One thing about over there, they don't have no problem giving anybody work.
Not at all.
So all you gotta do, I say, get in contact with one of them, man. The work is there. The work you're gonna get. They don't have no problem put, the work getting done. I can tell you that now.
I said it one, too many times.
As my man, Mr. would say, we in the kitchen cooking.
pots and pans. I'm telling you.
You know what I mean? Somebody asked, what you think about Sergio Matisse?
Batista,
Yeah.
Sergio is a good fighter. I think he's getting washed up. You know, the wars he done been in, I think is weighing a tan on his body. He already getting of age. You know, he done passed the mark of he's in his prime. He's no longer in his prime. This is a young man's sport, and young men are taking over. That's that. You know, so Sergio, if he was to come our way, the last that would go as far as his abilities, I'm pretty sure is his punching power. But you can be as strong as a mule. You gotta hit me. You gotta touch me. You know? The Marcus Queensberry of the sport is to hit, not get hit. So as strong as you are, that didn't make any of your talent get any better. You're just a strong person. But your intelligence stayed the same. If not, got worse because now you're somewhat of a gunshot fighter. What I mean by gunshot is like a hesitant fighter. When you've been in wars and been getting hit, and now you're kind of like scared, but not scared, but more so leaning towards the scared side of getting hit, is making you fight different. That's what we call gunshot. You know what I mean? So, like I said, he done been in some wars to the point he's gunshot. He's strong probably still, but your creativity, your skills, it's damn near shot. You got the fundamentals down, but that's not enough all the time. You gotta have that special stuff, that extra stuff.
Another question from my man Bobby Chulo, aka Sanchez McGee. He said, I'm 2-0, looking to go 3-0. He also fights down in Fairfield, North Carolina on August. That's up in the beginning of their careers. What advice would you give him?
I would say execute the plan. Your corner, trust them. You know, and definitely believe in yourself. Because let's say your corner don't got the solution. You've been groomed enough to understand what's what when you're in that square. As far as what you see in the opponent, I'm pretty sure you had enough sparring, enough training to know what to do responsibly. A lot of fighters, they go left field. They're like, oh man, the plan ain't working, so I'm gonna just start just trying to punch hard, go chaotic. No, stick to the plan. The plan ain't working because you ain't execute the plan. That's why you gotta execute it. You gotta make it work. It's because it's a plan that works doesn't mean that the opponent's gonna allow you to make it work on it. You gotta make it work on it. That's your job. Mano a mano for a reason. So believe in yourself. Ain't nothing different. Everybody got the same punches, a jab, a right hook, a left cross, uppercut, and you got some body shots on both sides. Be responsible, defensive discipline, and execute the plan. Other than that, man, the sky's the limit. Ain't nobody bringing nothing new to the table other than their creativity. That's the only difference. Creativity.
All right, we're gonna ask this question, and to me, it don't matter. It don't matter what your answer is, but Saturday night,
what's up?
Earl Spence fights Terrence Bud Crawford.
Oh man.
And this is one of the most 50-50 pick'em fights. And so many. Look, everybody's torn on this fight, but who you got, Shane? There's no wrong answer.
I'm gonna give y'all the real. It might shake some people's boots, but it is what it is. I'm going with Earl because he been in wars and he kept stirring. He been in wars and he didn't deviate. He didn't deviate at all. No matter what the person brought to the table. And I think that come with a certain mentality. Now, Bud, he done been in some wars, but I seen him deviate. That's one aspect.
2, Earl. I done seen him get touched. I'm talking about clean 2, boom, boom. Bounced off, got himself back together like nothing happened. He just like gave the guy like a dang, man. See, my mouthpiece fell out. What's up with you? It's looked at like it was stupid. I done seen Bud get touched, and it's like, hold on now. Let me grab. I done been a journeyman long enough, you know. I know what smarts is there. I know what to use. I'm about to get my feet back right up under me. I'm gonna grab them first though. Bring these hands up. I'm buzzed a little bit. Let me grab. That's a smart thing to do. But this was a person that was no longer on the caliber as far as punching power that Earl Spence was going against. You know what I mean? So a lot of people was questioning the fact that when Terrence Crawford fought Gamboa, did he get hurt? I want to say he didn't get hurt, but Gamboa got his attention. Gamboa definitely got his attention. It wasn't no crazy boom. Oh, goddamn, I'm about to go out. It wasn't one of those, but it was one of those, whoa, okay, yeah, my hand was down. That's not going to happen again. And he came back and did his thing, got him up out of there. That's 2 as far as who can take a punch better, even though you're not supposed to be taking no punch. He can take a better punch. Earl, he got a chin. Bud is suspect. When it comes to the fighting ability, I believe he got more natural ability than Earl Spence. Like he's like wicked. He go conventional and unconventional, southpaw and orthodox. Bud Crawford, and I believe that's just by natural ability. He's just freaky like that, which is good. That's a great talent to have. He's just naturally gifted, you know. But a lot of times you just can't go off of your natural gifts. You know, you gotta have the intelligence behind it. He got that as well. But I have not yet seen him hit no one person with a one-hitter quitter. Like, bam, lights out. Not even Gamboa. And Gamboa was in his prime. Now, I done seen him beat people into a pulp. He done made real grape juice out of people. I done seen that plenty of times. He'll box you, put you in a position, next thing you know, you touching the floor. You getting back up, but you're going to touch the floor again because he's going to put you in the same blender that he just put you in a second beforehand. You know what I mean? But that's based off of him being a boxer. Now, Earl, I done seen him beat people down to a pulp. He's more of a puncher boxer, but he bring more thump behind his punches. And like I said, he don't deviate from the game plan. And based off of that, I think that he gonna come out victorious because he stick to the game plan no matter how bad he feeling, how bad he looking in the fight. He believe in the game plan, and his main objective at that point is making sure that he executed.
Oh,
everybody is trying to win.
Somebody said we haven't seen Earl do that.
What, one punch or just hit somebody with one punch?
Facts.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But that goes back to Earl taking a punch and Terrence Crawford taking a punch. The punching power Earl Spence had and the punching power Terrence Crawford had. It's just 2 different categories. It's different. Earl hit harder. He could take a punch better. Terrence Crawford, a suspect when it comes to taking a punch. And his punching power is not the same as Earl. If anything, I guarantee you that Terrence Crawford is in the gym in camp right now, making sure that he maximizing his strength because he know he got a strong fighter in front of him. He know he got a person that's strong in front of him. And he know he's not as strong as him. I mean, a person not going to say that, but that's what it is. And I'm trying my best to be a realist. I say if Terrence win, it's because he done beat the brakes off of Earl by boxing him and took him into deep waters. That's what he gonna have to do, I believe. That's what I believe. If Terrence want to win, he's gonna have to wait until the later rounds. He's gonna have to beat him up until the later rounds and then score a clean shot. I'm not saying he don't got the puncher power to hurt somebody, stun somebody. Everybody got that ability. With those little 8-ounce gloves on, everybody got that option. You know what I mean? But your options, your the likeliness of that happening change based off of who your opponent is. And Terrence Crawford is going against Earl Smith, man.
1 second, y'all. Yo, Clubhouse, can y'all hear me? Clubhouse, can y'all hear me? Listen. Hold on. Real quick. Bro, real quick. Y'all got any questions y'all want to ask Antoine? He can hear you. Let him rip.
What's up, Twan? When the next time we're gonna see you in the ring?
My August 12th, my king.
I got a question. He about to fight soon. You ain't see they little live?
Who that?
It's Raheem.
I got a question. He there for real? I got a question.
Yeah, he can hear you.
AK, I got questions, man. Tell him it's me, man. Tell him, ask him what's their schedule right now, man. I'm trying to bring my son over there, man, while they working. I know he getting ready for a fight. Ask him what schedule they working right now.
Oh man, 2 a day, sometimes 3 a days.
They pretty much there every day, except for like the weekend.
I know they there, but I'm saying what times? They be different timing and shit. I be missing. I be coming through there. I be missing them though.
If you get there at 7 o'clock, he catches.
7 o'clock.
All right, in the evenings, right?
Right.
All right.
Go ahead, man. My bad. No, you good, fam. Yo, sorry. My bad. Hey, Twan, do you think it's fair when people compare you to Sean Porter?
I mean, yeah, I think it's fair because it's outside looking in, and a lot of people they see me basically applying a lot of pressure to my opponents. So when it comes down to a style, I can see how people can say, "Oh, well, he's more like a Sean Porter." I'm definitely better than Sean Porter. You know, I believe I'm bringing more of a package than Sean Porter is. Taking nothing away from him, he's a great fighter. Sean Porter, he shown a lot of people that he can definitely hurt people. He can shake up the world because he done got put in front of some phenomenal fighters and he exposed them. You know, he tried to do some unorthodox things, try to dig into himself and find out, man, could I be creative? Could I be different? And he showed within himself that he can at least take a leap on trust within himself. Like, I'm going to trust myself to do something different. But at the end of the day, when all else fails, you're going to go back to your natural being. And that's what he do best. Pressure bust pipes when it come to him. He put his football helmet on and he's going to come at you. He's going to come at you. And you're going to have to get him off. That's it.
Antoine, hey, where all y'all disrespectful motherfuckers that can always be having some shit to say?
I got a question. No, I never had nothing to say about
Grandma.
Hey, JM, I got a question for him.
Go ahead, JM.
Hold on.
Antoine.
What's up?
What's up, Antoine?
Hey.
This grandma.
How you doing, Queen? I'm here. I'm listening.
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right, my queen. I'm just vibing out with the fellas.
Okay, love you.
Oh, I love you too, love. Appreciate you tapping in too. And showing a lot of love over here. I like that.
Go ahead, JM.
Hey, Antoine. Have you ever looked into any non-traditional forms of training like sports performance hypnosis?
I never tried that before. Never tried that. That's definitely out of the range. If anything, when the first thing that comes to my mind when you say hypnosis is meditating. Meditation.
Absolutely. Let me give you a couple of stats. I'm a hypnotherapist. Mary Lou Retton medaled in 1984 because of sports performance hypnosis. Greg Louganis in 1988. Rod Carew tied Ted Williams' batting record, and Ken Norton attributed breaking Ali's jaw and his performances to hypnosis. And of course, we know Tiger Woods and Customato used it with Tyson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, one more. I got one more question for you, man. I know you are number 3 or somewhere around that in the WBC.
Right.
Could it be a possibility after your next fight that you petition to catch the winner of, I'm assuming it happens, Regis and Devin for the WBC title?
You right about that. Like I said, these titles matter, but at the same time they don't. But they matter more now because, like I said, I gotta pay homage to my father. He done put a lot of Jews into all of us and gave to this boxing world, the community and stuff like that. And I believe he deserved, he deserved it. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get that to him. And if I'm doing it right, the path that I'm going on gonna lead me right to that. It's gonna lead me right to it because you got a lot of people that's either moving up to 40 or already at 40, and they got the titles. And those titles gonna allow me to be in a position to be a nominees, for the next opponent. I'll be like what they call it, what they call the
I don't know what
fighter,
you call it.
the fighter that's right after the next fight you have is almost like they can't get the word right now.
A title eliminator.
It could be a title eliminated, but that wasn't the word I was looking for. But definitely that as well. You got to realize right now the A side and the B side they moving them very fast. And I'm not on a fast track, even though I could. I'm on more so the wise track. We're gonna do it right. Something cooked right is gonna taste good every time. So that's what we doing.
Anybody else got any questions in the clubhouse room?
Hey, keep grinding, cuz, making Uncle G proud, man. Love you, cuz.
Yeah, I got one more question. My bad.
All right, go ahead.
Without being too descriptive, Twan, what do you think about the politics of boxing?
Oof.
You don't gotta get into no great details about nothing. I'm not looking for that, but I just want to know your perspective.
They was always there. That's all I can say for real, for real. They was always there. That's part of it.
All right, y'all in the clubhouse room. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Let me ask one question.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, is he fighting this year? You got a fight coming up?
He's fighting on August the 12th here in the DMV.
Okay.
But he can tell you. Tell him what you got going on, Chad. But I'm sorry, I spoke out of turn.
It's cool. You doing the job, man. You on the job. I got something coming up August 12th, right here at the Harbor, MGM National Harbor. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I appreciate you for taking the time, man. Thank you, brother.
Before you cut out, this is him. I have a question, AK. Can I ask?
Sure.
Is there any chance, I know there's chances for all kinds of things, but any possibility, probability that there could be an event featuring a family affair on one night, one card?
Oh, man. We have before. That's funny. My very first fight, my pro debut. That's exactly what it was. A family affair at the MGM National Harbor, and it was for my father's birthday. That's crazy. It's for my father's birthday. May the 19th. The next day was his birthday. Due to my brother's shoulder injury and stuff like that, he's been working, going through his own therapy, but he's just been focused on getting me in shape, being a trainer, being a full-fledged trainer, full-fledged father, full-fledged brother, and he's just doing what he need to do best by us right now. He hasn't been thinking about getting back into the ring just yet. You got Gary Antuanne Russell. He's redeeming himself, likewise as well. As far as the family affair, who knows? I just can say you got to wait and see. Definitely stay tuned, keep us uplifted because the show ain't over yet. It definitely ain't over.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, man.
Definitely.
All right, y'all in the clubhouse room. It was a pleasure tapping in with you.
I got a question for you, AK.
For me? Go ahead.
Yeah. So going forward, are you still gonna continue the contract that you got with Twinkies or no?
I tell you what, though, I don't got no contract with Twinkies, but when Antoine's fight is over on August the 12th, in 2 days you can catch us at the mall eating a bag of snickerdoodles.
Yeah, the cookies.
One question for you.
What's that?
If somebody says to you, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got the go-go swing, what do you say to them?
Show you right.
Oh, I say, do I? Show you right.
No. Listen, I know the song, man. Listen, no, you ain't gotta take my DMV card. I know the song, but he's talking about Chuck Brown. That's why I say show you right. You showing your age, young man.
Hey, it wasn't no wrong answer if that's the case, because you said it and I said it.
You came out of nowhere with it, though.
Hey.
All right, y'all. We're gonna tap back with y'all later, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through, though.
Definitely appreciate y'all.
And there it is, y'all. Look, listen. We done took questions from Facebook, IG, YouTube, and now Clubhouse, man. I can't hold this man here no longer. It has been an honor and an absolute pleasure having my brother Gary Antuanne Russell in here. Yeah. Please, if you're in the DMV area, make sure that you tap in on August the 12th. He's live at the MGM Grand. And if not, it will be on Showtime Boxing. And that's it for us, man. Appreciate everybody from tapping in here from the Black Eye Media Room, aka the Apostle. My man, Gary Antuanne Russell.
Yeah.
We out of here.
Appreciate it.